Hello students, welcome to my channel Biologics 5, and today I am going to discuss about the eukaryotic transcription. In my last video I explained about the prokaryotic transcription, and today the topic is eukaryotic transcription. During gene expression, DNA transcribes itself into the mRNA, and this mRNA gets translated into the protein. This is the process of gene expression, and transcription is the first stage of gene expression. In prokaryotes, the transcription is simple. This is a transcription bubble, and mRNA is formed during transcription. So during transcription in prokaryotes, mRNA formed, and once transcription is going on, translation started before the completion of transcription. So here transcription and translation is coupled process, and mRNA does not undergo processing. So the transcription prokaryotes is simple, but in eukaryotes it's little complex mechanism. Here RNA formed by the process of transcription undergoes the processing, and there are 3 steps of processing in eukaryotes. Here this is the diagram. In this diagram the mechanism of transcription in eukaryotes is explained, is shown in the diagram. So here is the heterogeneous RNA which is formed after the transcription, and this is the introns which is present in RNA. It's not mRNA. We can't say at this time this is a mRNA because they have so many introns in the RNA. These introns are actually non-coding part of DNA which should be removed, which needed to be removed through the process of splicing, and then poly A tail and 7-methylguanosine cap is added to the 5' and 3' ends. So in here I can discuss this step in detail, and this is the transcription bubble in eukaryotes, and here the mRNA which forms is not the final mRNA. Actually at this time this is known as hnRNA, and that is heterogeneous RNA. Why it is called heterogeneous RNA? Because it contains so many non-coding sequences which are called introns, heterogeneous RNA. Here is the cap actually added initially, that is guanosine triphosphate cap, and that is unusual nucleoside which is added at the 5' end. Now the hnRNA is formed, contains the introns. This is the hnRNA, and there are some intermittent sequence between the exons, and these all called the introns. There are some intermittent, that is non-coding, or we can say the junk DNA. That's why in eukaryotes genes are called split, because there are so many introns between the exons. So these introns, which is the non-coding part of DNA, should get removed from this sequence, and this sequence non-coding part of DNA is known as introns, and the coding part is known as codon. Sorry, not codons, it's called exons. These are called exons. So exons are the coding part of DNA, introns are the non-coding part of DNA, and these introns get removed from this heterogeneous RNA through the process of splicing. This is hnRNA, and this is the process known as splicing. Through the splicing process, these introns get removed with the help of some proteins, and RNA also functions here as a catalyst. So these intron sequence get removed from this hnRNA. These are the introns which get removed from this sequence of hRNA this. And now capping and tailing. Capping actually occurs initially here. 7-methyl guanosine triphosphate, that is unusual nucleotide, is added at the 5' end. 7-methyl guanosine triphosphate, that is unusual nucleotide, added at the 5' site. These introns get removed through the process of splicing. And at the 3' end, this is a 3' end, poly A tail or adenylate residues are added to the 3' site. So the final mRNA, which is formed by the fusion of exons. Exons are removed and these exons are fused and form the mRNA. And the final mRNA contain this cap of 7-methyl guanosine triphosphate. This is the cap, and here 3' poly A tail adenylate residues are added at the 3' end, and these exons are fused, and this product, this is formed after the splicing, capping and tailing process, is now final mRNA. So in eukaryotes, the heterogeneous RNA undergo processing, and the processing have 3 steps. First is capping, processing, capping. First step is capping. Second is splicing, through which introns get removed, and the third one is tailing. Polyadenylate tail is added at the 3' end. Capping and tailing are required for the RNA because when the mRNA is formed and come outside the nucleus in the cytoplasm, there is different environment, so many enzymes. So these caps, 7-methyl guanosine cap and this poly A tail, protect this RNA from degradation. So this is the final mRNA. Another difference is in eukaryotic transcription, there are 3 types of RNA polymerase. There are 3 types of RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase first. I have made another video for the difference between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription. I will give you the link in the description box. RNA polymerase codes for the ribosomal RNA. Ribosomal RNA, that is the structural RNA. Ribosomal RNA. And second for mRNA, which we have seen here in the transcription, and the third codes for tRNA, that's the parts of translation. So here in eukaryotes, 3 types of RNA polymerases present, which separately occurs, separately do the different transcription process. RNA polymerase first codes for ribosomal RNA, second for mRNA, and third for the tRNA. In prokaryotes, there is only 1 type of RNA polymerase which codes for all type of RNA. So this is the eukaryotic transcription. Hope you guys understood the topic, and if you like my video, please subscribe my channel and ring the bell if you want to get notified whenever post my further videos. Thank you.